Shout out to Cats Pawd.
1 second. A big defensive play for Montana State.
Touchdown, Tommy Malone is electrifying.
Welcome to the Cats Pod. What's up, Podcats? Week 3, Pick'em Pod. Back at it again with the newly moistened Eric Lauver. How you doing?
Dude. You're such a weirdo.
Do we need to restart?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
You're good?
Especially despite your intro. How about that? By moistened, he means I just spilled my water on me like 2 seconds before we started this.
Exactly. I started the intro music and he went, "Oh, I just spilled my water all over me." So, first thing on the top of my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready for some Bobcat football. What about you?
I am absolutely ready for some Bobcat football. It has been a long week dealing with last week's little heart, like, tearjerker of an ending. And so I am very much ready for a nice get-right game. That's what I'm hoping for.
A nice get-right game. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah. We need a Catterday in our life.
Oh,
we need a Catterday.
Everybody needs a Catterday in their life, at least once a week.
Yeah. Should we dive right in to the Montana State game?
Yeah, we could start off with that one.
I feel like we should.
Yeah, it feels right.
It's the one we all want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, we do get to end this talking about how the Grizzlies are going to lose. So I'm very, very excited for that.
That's good. That's a good finisher. That's a good one to end on.
So my initial thoughts, San Diego, we don't know a ton about them.
No.
They have had an up and down schedule. They got blown out by Cal Poly.
Mm-hmm.
And then got an overtime win against Southern Utah in a game they were favored to win by 23.5 points. So major upset in that one.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like that one was kind of basically riding the shoulders of their running back.
Yeah, that is a lot of yards next to their running back, if I'm looking at San Diego correctly. Mr. Colombo has had 254 yards so far. So he's been eaten for sure. I think there's some weird math going on there. I don't understand how you can lose that badly to Cal Poly and then pull off the upset the next week. It's a hell of a coaching job.
And speaking of weird math, did I see right that he had 202 yards against Southern Utah and he only has 254 on the season?
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah.
He ran for a lot of yards in one game.
So, yeah, Cal Poly apparently could stop him.
Yeah, Cal Poly's got the run defense. Apparently Southern Utah does not.
Also, Cal Poly doesn't really have a defense, but
apparently they do when it comes to Mr. Colombo. They shut him down. He wasn't allowed for anything.
I don't know. That's a weird thing. You get blown out by a bad team in Cal Poly and then upset Southern Utah, who's joining the Big Sky.
Yeah.
Very, very weird turn of events here between 2 weeks. Get a huge overtime win like that. These boys are riding some steam.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely probably feeling themselves a little bit. Stats-wise, other than just the huge rushing number from their running back, nothing's really jumping off the page. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot else to worry about.
No, I think it's kind of him, and it looks like their defense gives up some points. They let Cal Poly score 41 on them. They gave up 27 still to Southern Utah. I do think the Cats are going to put up some points here, and the Cats' defense is so far and away the best defense they've seen.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not even close.
I would not be in any way surprised if we see a huge day from Julius Davis and a huge day from Justin Lamson. Like, I think that's going to be a real good get-right game for them this week.
My guess is they're not going to put any player props up, but if you could take Taco and Julius for an anytime touchdown, that wouldn't be bad.
That sounds like one of the safest bets out there.
Yeah. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and guess they're going to try and feed this Colombo.
Yeah.
Coming off a big game like that, they're probably going to give him the ball a bunch.
That's a mistake.
Yeah. That's not a good idea.
No. They're not going to want to go against the defensive line of the Cats for sure.
No, especially the Cats defense coming off of South Dakota State where they held that offense in check. I think that South Dakota State might just be a smidgen better than San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, they both have an S and a D. So, my brain's kind of getting it a little bit confused. They might just be as good,
They have the same initials.
Same initials.
Some of
they're missing a couple at the end there, but it's definitely got me a little bit confused for sure.
Yeah.
Cole Taylor.
My guess.
One second. Sorry. This just jumped out to me. Cole Taylor is leading the team in tackles. He's the season leader in tackles right now. Shout out to that guy.
Very nice. Very nice. That's awfully impressive.
Yeah.
That dude's got it going on. I mean, we talked ad nauseum about him on the last episode, but I have a feeling that somebody might catch him in this game.
Yeah.
They're going to tackle these guys a lot.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be
plenty of
real
ops.
quick offensive possessions, and the defense is going to stop these guys real fast, so they're going to be on the field a lot.
Yeah. High chance of that happening.
Yeah. Which way would you bet it, Ben?
Which way would I bet it as far as with the line they have now at 28.5?
Yeah.
So Cats minus 28.5, I feel like they cover it, honestly. It's a crazy number, but just the way Cal Poly beat them and how much better of a team I know Montana State is, I think they'll cover 28.5 easy.
Yeah. Cal Poly beat them by 24 points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not that crazy to think that the Cats have beat them by more than that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
How about the over-under at 55.5?
You were breaking down the scores for us right before. Usually I don't like to touch these higher over-unders when I feel like the game's going to be a blowout, because there's a good chance that San Diego doesn't score in this game. So that makes me think that the Cats then have to score 55.5 on their own, which is possible, but you have to really hate the other team if you do that to them. So I kind of want to go under on this one. How you feeling?
I'm more inclined. I keep wanting to call him South Dakota. My brain is still on South Dakota State right now. So keep wanting to try to call him South Dakota, but
San
Diego.
San Diego.
Do you know what that stands for?
What?
Anchorman. Come on.
I know. I was feeding you, so you could tell the line.
I wasn't gonna say it on. I wasn't gonna say it on there.
That's good.
But San Diego in both their previous games has got the total points have gone over 55.5 in both of them. And that includes Cal Poly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of inclined to believe that, they might get something or get this done. 56, 57 points seems kind of safe to me, but my guess is that the Cats rack it up fast, and then, they might get a few garbage times.
Yeah. Highly possible.
Like late garbage times against, third and fourth stringers possibly.
We might see like a Colson Kuhn touchdown.
Yeah. I honestly think that the ones will put up a ton of points. The twos will come in and continue. and then we're going to see guys that nobody knows
Yeah.
yet. Nobody knows yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go over probably.
Yeah.
I had to pick.
I don't hate it so much. I just probably wouldn't put the money on it.
You're just a scaredy cat.
I am a scaredy cat. I'm a big scaredy cat.
You know, I last year wasn't so good for over-unders, but
Mhm.
remember the year before?
There was so
The
many
over
overs.
was a lock.
The over was a lock, but last year the spread was a lock. The Cats versus the
That's
spread
right.
was very, very good last year. I think
Yes.
I think it only didn't hit like 2 games maybe.
Yeah.
I think
They
UC
blew
Davis
everybody.
and the championship. Oh, UC Davis and New Mexico were the ones where it didn't. But the rest of the year,
Yeah.
the Cats beat the spread every single week.
Yep. Yep. What else you got on that one?
I don't. Just because of how much we know about San Diego, which is not much. I don't have a whole lot to say about this game other than the Cats are definitely going to show a lot more rhythm this week. I'm guessing
Yeah.
after last week and the little mistakes, I'm just hoping a lot of that gets cleaned up and we see a well put together team on the field.
Yeah. I agree. I 100% wholeheartedly agree with that. This is a get right game
Mm-hmm.
after kind of a heartbreak last week. I expect a very cleaned up game
Yeah.
from these guys. Very cleaned up. And I'm guessing the yardage totals from all of our skill position players are going to be it's going to be real high.
Yeah.
They're going to get a lot of yards.
There's going to be some Madden like stat lines going on this week.
Depending on how early they get pulled, I would say high likelihood. Yes.
I don't, and with this year's team, I don't see Vegan being like overly quick to bring in the second unit. Not because the second unit is any worse, but just because we still have to get a lot of rhythm and a lot of reps with this first unit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they need to play together. I mean, last week was fantastic for I think growth for the team and chemistry more than anything probably.
Yeah.
And now they have a chance to come in and put it all together against an inferior opponent. So I do wonder if we see some guys, if we don't see some guys out there, like if somebody got a little banged up. I'll be interested to see the injury report and see if they're just going to give this one off to a few guys that might have had a little something happen in the last game, because that was a smash mouth football game where those guys were flying around and beating the tar out of each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a couple guys miss this one or something, but it's going to be a good time for these guys just to get right.
Yeah.
Get right, put these guys down early, and then bury them.
Yeah. Have a good time out there. Start quickly and just let the rest happen. It's that kind of game.
Do we put this one as stress-free? Does this one go in the stress-free column?
I'm hoping it's stress-free. If it's stressful at all, then I'm scared a little bit. But I think this is going to be pretty stress-free.
I don't like it when I get stressed.
Yeah. Your cortisol levels are already too high. So
yes.
We don't need it.
I love my favorite game is a stress-free win.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Favorite game
every week. It's the best way to spend your weekend.
Should we move on into the rest of the Big Sky?
Yeah, let's check out what's going on there.
All right, Ben, you got this next one. This one's you.
First one, right off the top. The Northern Colorado Bears versus South Dakota. A South Dakota team that has shown a couple chinks in the armor through the beginning of the season. And what have the Northern Colorado Bears shown?
Metal.
They've shown metal. They've shown toughness and fight. They won their first game of the season. They went into their second game highly underrated against Colorado State, and they lost by just 4 points. This Northern Colorado Bears team, if they pull off a win against South Dakota, it would be a true shock the world moment, and I think they're going to shock the world. I feel it, Eric.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to back you up just a little bit on this one.
Yeah.
Charles Pierre Jr., the star running back for the Coyotes, is out for the year.
See.
He's hurt. Aiden Bauman looks like a shell of what he was last year. He was a stud last year, and maybe that's because he had really good wide receivers.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many of them returned or not. Don't really care. He does not look nearly as good. They got beat by Lamar last week, and that was an upset.
Yeah.
Something is wrong in South Dakota.
Something might be wrong. Something's amiss.
Now, maybe this is because they lost their longtime coach. I don't know how long that guy was there, but a long time. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe they're still trying to figure out their game plan, but this is not the team that we expected them to be. We were us as a podcast were high on these guys coming into the season.
Yeah.
They get obliterated by Iowa State, which is a good football team, ranked, very solid football team. But then to lose to Lamar, Missouri Valley teams shouldn't lose outside of the Missouri Valley.
Yeah.
At least according to Missouri
It's
Valley.
supposed to be the greatest conference in the land. I know.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
I don't think Northern Colorado has the stones to pull it off quite, but there's something wrong with South Dakota. If they don't blow Northern Colorado out, they probably just chalk it up as a loss.
Yeah. It's kind of a crazy matchup to think that if you would have gone back to the end of last season and I would have told you that Northern Colorado was playing against South Dakota and I truly believed that Northern Colorado had a chance, you would not believe me in the slightest.
Oh, I would have made fun of you. I would have made fun of you right on this podcast in front of our tens of listeners.
Yeah. You would have been all over me for that. But now, after these first 2 weeks, it looks like there's a serious chance Northern Colorado could do this.
You have me pulling for him in this one. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. It would be such a good game. Like I can't even describe it. The only thing is that Northern Colorado has to go to Vermillion. I don't know how that's going to go. And they got a weird dome, and a lot of people have said it's just kind of difficult to play in there because it feels odd.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This Northern Colorado team just keeps surprising us, so I'm ready for another surprise.
Yeah. South Dakota's got to figure something out here. And if like I said, if they don't blow Northern Colorado out, it's still a loss in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next up, we have Utah Tech at Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Tell me.
I don't think very highly of Utah Tech. I don't have anything personally against them. They're one of those programs that's transitioning to FCS, right? I think they have one more year after this, or this may be their last year of being like an interim team. As soon as they fully get into the FCS and get more established, I'm sure they'll get more recruits and be able to be more competitive. But it doesn't seem like that's what they are right now. And Idaho, if they struggle in this game, that's going to be a pretty tough look for Idaho, and that would raise a lot of questions for sure.
I really agree. Idaho looked great against Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have a close one to a Pioneer League school, which is still FCS, but non-scholarship players, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, UC Davis has had 2 close games back-to-back against UC Davis and Northern Arizona at Northern Arizona.
Yeah.
A notoriously hard place to play football.
Yeah. Stinky place.
Utah Tech is a little frisky, and if Idaho doesn't come with their best game and they let them keep it close or get upset or something like that, yeah, once again, I mean, it's just an L. They got to beat Utah Tech like Utah Tech should be beat.
Yeah. That's the only
I mean,
way they pick up a win in this game.
it wasn't that long ago. I mean, Utah Tech was better than some of the scrubs that, like that we were playing
Mm-hmm.
before, but we were still beating them by a substantial margin. I mean, they were not close games at any point.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they're that much improved, to be honest.
Yeah.
They are obviously improved, but not that much.
Yeah.
Idaho should put them away and do it with some style.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Utah Tech game last year was when the defense didn't allow a first down until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like, that was how much better that Cat team was over this Utah Tech team. And you would have a hard time making a big enough leap to be competitive with Idaho for this game. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Idaho better figure it out, or we're going to have to make fun of them next week. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be so tough if we had to make fun of the Vandals. Like, oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up, we got a Big Sky versus Missouri Valley matchup. We got Eastern Washington at Northern Iowa.
I don't know a whole lot about Northern Iowa. What's going on over there, Eric?
Well, that Northern Iowa is a team that it's tough to really. Northern Iowa, years ago was so good.
Mm-hmm.
They were the best team in the FCS by a large margin, and they have fallen off so hard in the last 10 years. Maybe not quite that long, I don't know, but the last few for sure have been pretty tough for Northern Iowa.
Yeah.
But it's Eastern Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Washington is not a good football team. They don't have really any good players. I mean, of course
so
they have some good
honest.
ones.
But like, they really just every player on the team is not good.
Sorry. I mean, I shouldn't be so hard on them, but
yeah.
I mean, they're a team they're a school that can barely keep the team on the field. They're having a hard time holding the football program together.
Mm-hmm.
They lost their best player to the Grizzlies in the transfer portal. I feel like Northern Iowa is going to beat them.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet. I don't expect a lot from Eastern Washington. And it is kind of easy to be mean to Eastern Washington right now just because they were so good for so many years and so annoying to play against. And so now it's like, yeah, we don't feel too bad for you, Yeah,
but if you would like to watch this game, you do not have to watch the dreadful red field.
Yep. You're
which
lucky
is
there.
a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So Northern Iowa. Next up, we have Weber State at McNeese.
Yep.
Old Clifton McDowell's former team.
I was gonna see who. Oh, okay. They have a new quarterback over there at McNeese State, and he's got a name. He's got a name on him.
Yes, he
He's
does.
Jake Strong. That's an
think
all-American name right there.
I'm trying to look. He has a lot of yards.
He's got a nice stat line. Jake Strong has McNeese knows how to bring in the quarterbacks.
Damn, 58 pass attempts, 41 completions, 520 yards in 2 games.
Yep.
Granted, the competition hasn't been just out of this world, but that's a lot.
That's still impressive.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Oh, this whole stat line thing makes me, looking at the breakdown, how Weber State doesn't even compare.
We do have
it's not
a
even
common.
close.
Oh no, we don't. Never mind. Sorry. Don't disregard my last. I thought that was a common opponent. It is not.
Yeah. Not that guy. Not that
No.
guy.
No.
I don't know. It's tough to judge Weber State. Like we say every week, they surprise you. You never really know what's going on with them. You don't know how good they actually are at any given time. But just from the offensive stats of this McNeese team, I think they'll win this game.
I do. I mean, it's like you said, it's tough to tell with Weber State. Their last 2 games are against James Madison and Arizona.
Yeah.
So you have to toss those two. As you can't even look at that. So it's tough. It's really tough to tell what they are. But I agree. I think McNeese gonna get them.
Yeah. I mean, if Weber State really has been just getting beat up by really good teams, this could be a really interesting shootout type game then. Like, definitely one that you would want to watch.
It definitely could. It's just we always harp on Weber for looking great sometimes and just absolutely awful against teams they should beat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe this is one of those games where they come out looking like world beaters and then they lose against somebody that's trash.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be.
But it is really, really hard to look past this quarterback from McNeese. That's an insane stat line.
Mm-hmm.
Their wide receivers are just eating.
Yeah.
Those guys are getting fed.
Yeah. Their top receiver had like 145 yards. That just shows how much they're spreading the ball around as well.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think McNeese gets it done.
Yeah.
For sure. Next up, we have Western Oregon.
Ooh.
Versus Cal Poly.
What a game. What a game. Cal Poly playing weird teams.
Is Western Oregon in the NAIA Frontier Conference?
I'm pretty sure they are. They do not have a page on ESPN. That usually means they're NAIA.
I wonder who their one win against. Is it against like Carroll College or something?
Could be. Could be. I don't know how Carroll College is this year. The only team I hear about is Tech anymore.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think Western Oregon might have a tough day at the office here if they truly are NAIA, and Cal Poly's one win came against a FCS school in San Diego by a substantial margin. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Cal Poly. And that being said, I'd like to take my pick back.
Okay.
I'm looking at the leaders for tackles for Cal Poly, and a former Bobcat commit is their leading tackler, so I don't like him.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and flop to Western Oregon.
That was an emotional roller coaster there for a second. I wasn't sure what was going on. I was like, what is the pick? Okay, so nope, you're not doing it? Okay.
Petty and spiteful, and you know it.
Yeah. You are being petty and spiteful. I would say, players of Western Oregon, enjoy your trip to St. Luis Obispo, because I hear it's beautiful over there. And I think a lot of your enjoyment is going to be sightseeing and on the beaches. I don't think it'll be on the football field. I'm sorry.
I like your version.
Yeah.
You didn't have to pick anyone. Told them to enjoy their vacation.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Northern Arizona at Southern Utah.
Yeah.
I feel like Northern Arizona is going to smoke these guys. Southern Utah just lost to San Diego. So,
yeah. Northern Arizona is a solid football team, clear middle of the pack for the biggest guy, and they should handle Southern Utah fairly easily.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Southern Utah, maybe they're, a little embarrassed about their last loss and want to avenge it and come out pretty hungry. But Northern Arizona, as we know from the last few years, has a pretty good program down there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time believing that they don't win by a couple of scores, probably.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. Definitely see that at a minimum, honestly.
Yeah. Ooh.
This next game is a hard one for you to pick.
It is. It is. Mercyhurst at Sauk State.
What are you going to do, brother? Who you picking? Who you picking?
The Lakers.
The
At the
Lakers?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Are you
kudos to
Shamrock
Mercy.
shook right now? What's going on?
You know, I hate Sac State. I don't want to pick them with anything.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, got to give Mercyhurst some credit here. These guys scheduled an absolute brick of a schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just tough.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Mercyhurst's last couple games,
Mm-hmm.
you have a loss to Youngstown.
Yeah.
A win against New Hampshire, which New Hampshire is garbage.
Oh.
Sac State, and they play South Dakota State.
I believe
next week.
Oh, that sounds correct, but I'm not sure.
That is an insanely tough schedule. Insanely tough. So kudos to those guys for, trying to make trying to make themselves better, I guess.
Yeah, you are right.
Although we play them in 2 weeks.
So no, you were right though as well, because they play Sac State, Montana State, and then South Dakota State.
Oh, kudos to them.
What a schedule! They are running a gauntlet.
Yeah, why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know. I do not know.
Youngstown maybe isn't on the same level as like us and San Diego State and probably even Sac State,
Yeah.
but that's 4 brutal games. That is the polar opposite of what the Montana Grizzlies do.
Do you want to see a stat line that's really going to have you shook on this game? Look at how many passing yards the quarterback has. He has 658 yards so far this season. He's 54 for 76, 4 TDs, 2 interceptions.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is not what I would have
Adam Yarena.
I would not have expected that.
No. Across
New
all
Hampshire.
statistical leaders, Mercyhurst pretty much buries them, except for tackles and sacks.
I said New Hampshire must have been garbage, or is garbage, but they must be like hot garbage.
It's possible.
That's real bad. But I hate to do it, but Sac State's gonna beat Mercyhurst.
Okay. We're being
At
honest
home.
today.
We're being honest.
Sac State did have a much better week last week.
Yes, they did.
They seem like a much more solid team. Definitely enough quality to take over the Mercyhurst Lakers.
Yeah. I tried to make something there, couldn't do it.
Couldn't quite. That stat line is ridiculous, though. I wanna look at the individual games for that.
I'd like to have a sit down with their president or whoever schedules their games and figure out why they do that to their team. They're not going to
Why
have
do
any.
you hate them?
Do you not want any kind of healthy team going into conference play?
No.
Because you're not going to.
No. What is conference play?
Yeah. Yeah. Next up, Portland State at Hawaii.
Ooh.
Is this another enjoy your vacation, enjoy the scenery?
I think it might be, but honestly, I don't know that much about Hawaii. Are they supposed to be like a decent program, or what's going on over there?
They're still FBS, so
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a 2% chance that Cal Poly does anything good.
Yeah. Or Portland State.
Or yeah, Portland State.
Yep. I don't hear a lot of good things about the Rainbow Warriors. I don't hear a lot of bad things about the Rainbow Warriors. I just know they exist. They're in Hawaii. It's a beautiful area. They probably have a decent football team. I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm looking. They lost big time to Arizona. Big time.
Yeah.
And beat Sam Houston.
Okay.
At Sam Houston, which is not a terrible. I think Sam Houston's pretty bad, but I
It's tough.
I can't see Hawaii dropping this game. I just can't.
Yeah.
Do you
Portland
have any
State
odds?
doesn't look very good. I don't know any odds. I don't think there's anything listed here.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Oh, they are giving Portland State matchup predictor 3.5% chance of winning.
Oh, hey, I was undershooting at it too.
Yeah. Hawaii will probably handle this game from the looks of it. Also, like you said, enjoy your vacation. Hopefully, Hawaii, the university, has to pay for you to go over there, Portland State. But we'll see.
Yeah. And to round it off, North Dakota at Montana.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to watch this game.
Yep.
I'm glad it's not a real late game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll actually be more likely to actually watch it.
Yeah, the only thing is that this one is at the exact same time as the Cat game. So
yes.
Yeah.
Probably won't watch it.
Yeah.
Very much.
Have to flip back and forth on this one, be paying attention to it for sure. But this is gonna be a true test of what the Grizzlies are this season and also what North Dakota is this season. I feel like this is the first real even matchup that either of these teams has seen this year. And I just am excited to see what the Grizz have because I have no idea what we're going up against.
Nobody has any idea. They have only had one game. They took a week 1 bye.
Yeah.
Played a Division II team their first game.
Mm-hmm.
And now they get North Dakota. And North Dakota is coming off a very, very, very close upset at Kansas State. They almost had them. I mean, they took Kansas State, who was ranked to start the year, down to the 45-second mark or something like that in the fourth quarter before they lost that game. And they absolutely drubbed Portland State last week.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 50-20. They beat them by 30 points. North Dakota's legit.
Mm-hmm.
They've gone to a big stadium. They played in noise already once this year, and you know that stadium had to have been loud at K-State.
Definitely.
Now they're going to Montana to rematch a team they almost lost to last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know they want a piece of the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
At home. They can't call it, they can't call last year a fluke if they beat them this year at home.
Mm-hmm.
And the Grizzlies have had zero time to figure out anything. All they did was play a crappy team.
Yeah. It's still tough to judge them for sure.
We don't know. We just don't know anything about the Grizzlies. And looking at Ayat's statistics for his one game against a bad team, they're not good. He threw 2 picks. That game was 17-4 or 21-17 or something like that at halftime last week.
I think so. That sounds right.
I mean, it's close. They kind of let that team hang in before, Eli Gilman decided to get running. But is Eli Gilman even going to be able to do that against North Dakota?
I don't love that matchup for North Dakota. Eli Gilman does have a ton of yards, but it's like that's all you expect in that game. Ayat seems like it's still the question. It was the question for most of last year. It still feels like it's the question today. Talking to Grizz fans, they are all questioning it as well. And they're just kind of wondering when this guy is going to find a rhythm or if he ever will.
Yeah, is he actually good or is he just a legacy guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you take all emotion out of it, because of course I would never pick the Grizzlies to win ever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take all emotion out of it, it's really still hard to pick anybody but North Dakota. North Dakota has they've been tested. Yeah. They've had real games this year against real opponents I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a really good feeling about North Dakota this week.
Yeah. I feel like you've had a good feeling about North Dakota for like a month. I'm pretty sure when we started doing episodes for this season, you were saying that North Dakota was going to beat the Grizz right away.
Yes. I was
Yeah.
saying that, but at that point, it was more of a joke. You know,
I thought you were serious the whole time.
well, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a joke, but
Yeah.
of course, I was going to say that, and I'm hoping. I was always hoping, but North Dakota had so many question marks,
Yeah.
and now those question marks aren't really question marks anymore.
Yeah.
They do look like a legit team.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming after that Grizzly ranking. Grizzlies are what, 6, I think, or 7 maybe? 6.
Yeah.
I think they're 6.
Mm-hmm.
And North Dakota's in the teens.
Yeah.
So they this is a ranked matchup, and I guarantee you they're talking about it.
Yeah.
They want it, and they've been tested. I mean, that's
Yeah.
really all it comes down to, is they kind of know what works.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to play good opponents. They've learned from their mistakes in those games, and the Grizzlies really haven't done that.
Yeah. It also
I mean,
feels like North Dakota is just perennially the dark horse. They're like the team that should be doing it, but then they just seem to fall short in a lot of situations. I'm really hoping that this team is different. I'm hoping that they play well. For them to be able to make some noise in the Missouri Valley and kind of play spoiler to some of the North Dakota State, South Dakota State kind of schools, I would love to see that later on in the season. So I'm hoping beyond hope that UND is legitimate this year, and I would also pick them to beat the Grizz this week.
yeah. And I mean, you take all bias out, I feel like you'd agree that it just feels like North Dakota's the better suited team to win right now, period.
Yep. They seem more cohesive. As you've said, they've been tested, and they are way better prepared for this game. The only argument you could make, a little bit of devil's avocado here for the Grizzlies, is they will be very, very fresh because they've only played against one terrible team. So they're not bumped
Yeah.
and bruised. They're not hurt at all. No aches and pains. They're good.
Yeah. But also, they're the Grizzlies, and I don't like them. So.
Yeah. So now that the bias is back in, UND wins this by 1,000,000.
I don't like your devil's avocado.
You don't like it?
No.
Yeah, well, we might make it into guac later. That might suit you a little bit better.
I mean, Ayat threw 2 picks against a D2 team.
That's true.
You think if he throws 2 picks against UND, they could possibly win that game?
It'd be very tough to win. That's looking like a 2-score game at that point for sure.
I feel like North Dakota has a game plan, and they just are better suited to run and succeed with their game plan than a team that played nobody.
That feels fairly safe.
Yeah,
to say the
I
least.
agree. Yeah. But that's all we got for week 3.
Week 3.
Oh wait, we have Southeast Missouri at NDSU.
Southeast Missouri at NDSU.
Yeah, they're not very good.
That doesn't do a whole lot for me.
No.
Is it an obligatory pick against the Bison or?
Well, yes, of course.
So we're big fans of those. Is that SEMO?
Yes, I believe that is SEMO.
Yeah. Big SEMO fans this week.
SEMO has not done much this year.
I would,
unfortunately, obligatory pick or not, it's probably our pick is probably not going to stand up very well, but we're going to do it anyway.
All right, sounds good. That works for me. That works for me.
The next one is Drake at South Dakota State. Another Pioneer. A team that probably plays San Diego at some point this season.
Yeah. Drake is always kind of sniffing the playoffs. That Bulldog is always coming up from behind and just sniffing at the playoffs a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, they're usually the best team in the Pioneer League, like almost always, I think.
Yeah.
But then like what was it, 2 years ago? They played North Dakota State in the first round and lost by 50 points.
Yeah, I was saying they're always sniffing at the playoffs. I didn't say they did well there. Okay, I'm just
I
saying
don't think
they're
South Dakota.
around there. They hang out.
Maybe South Dakota State can beat them by 50, but I kind of doubt it. But they're going to beat them by a fair margin.
Yeah, a couple of scores at a minimum.
Isn't it funny how we can be rational and not just naturally hate South Dakota State, but North Dakota State's like, yeah, screw them.
Exactly. Yep. That's just how it works sometimes.
Yeah.
Too much pain there. Too much pain.
Yeah. But yeah, that is it for really this week.
Week 3, some interesting games, some to keep your eye on. A lot of Missouri Valley Big Sky matchups that will be able to give us some insight into how those two conferences are stacking up when we get to the playoffs. So definitely a lot of great football to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get some good insights, especially UND, Montana. That's probably kind of the game to definitely keep your eye on, probably, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm. Since I'm guessing
That's
I'll be at home,
have,
that's a 2-screen situation.
That's going to have to be that. I mean, that one's going to have rankings implications and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on week 3.
Week 3, pick 'em pod in the books. Thanks everybody for listening. That was like the lead. Okay, I need a better let's go. Eric.
Let's go.
Okay, there we go. Eric's sick of me, and it's only week 3. This is going to be an interesting season, everyone. Thank you for listening. Go ahead and rank this 5 stars wherever you're listening to this at. Follow us on Instagram and X at CatsPod. Follow us on YouTube at The CatsPod. And we will see you guys after another beautiful Catterday.
Adios.